of Goryo's Vengeance, they tend to be a little less, from what I remember, less explosive.
Oh yeah, they're more of a mid-range deck. Is I guess how you have to look at them. They're like mid-range tempo.
Hmm.
I guess, and so I don't think it's as good a matchup against Tron. You can't just go like turn two. Here's a World Spine Worm.
Yeah, and also because of how the modern meta is right now,
Mm-hmm.
it just falls under all of the main deck changes that are happening to combat the graveyard strategies.
Mm-hmm.
So it just happens to naturally be in a weaker position because decks are mainboarding more relics, decks are mainboarding surgical extractions.
Yeah.
Which is pretty rough.
Yeah. I mean, when Phoenix and Dredge are like the top two most played decks, you're gonna kind of adjust to try and beat those decks.
Alright, so what are the creatures that they're wanting to Goryo's Vengeance back?
Usually Abzadant. It looks like he plays a 1 of Grizzlebrand and a 1 of Tassiger. I guess Bryn's Prodigy. It seems more of a tempo deck.
Sword of Light and Shadow. Cool.
I mean, it gets creatures back, so that's... So, if I remember right, Sword, Light, and Shadow is gain 3 life, get a creature from your graveyard back to your hand. Oh, that's no land.
Yeah, it's Healing Salve and Raise Dead.
Yeah. Look at you knowing some old school Magic cards.
If I'm going to be a hipster knight, I need to know hipster terms.
Back in my day, we played 4 Black Lotuses in the main. We called it regular Magic. You guys called it old school Magic.
Just
now.
black? Or just Black Lotus? No, 20. I was going to say just 4.
Yeah.
Just 4?
Just 4.
Playset?
Yeah.
Not like 20?
No.
Whereas, like, apparently, like, back in the original days of Magic, before they did play sets of stuff, you know, people were playing with, like, 20 Black Lotuses, 20 Ancestral Recalls, and 20 Lightning Bolts. Call it a day.
So it's just like, all right, like who gets more? Jeez, no, that sounds like a god awful environment. Like I'm a blue player. I'm like that just sounds awful.
So, was the best?
I mean, yeah, it had blue.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that has blue is the best.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I was incorrect.
Blue is the best color in Magic.
Nah.
Turn 1 polluted. Turn 1 chromatic sphere. It's like hollowed fountain. Whoa! They did not reset live totals from last game. I was like, how did Tron get down to 3 already?
That's a good question.
All right. All right. So effectively a fetch shock. Play Shockland fetch for a basic.
Yeah, basically.
So if the Esper Goryo can get an Obsidat into the bin, it had an Obsidat hand and a Jace. So, hey, there you go.
It's Collective Brutality.
Collective Brutality. Drain gain. Look at the hand. Let's take an instant sorcery. Looks like land, Ulamog, Walking Ballista, and something else. Alright, cracking for green. Looks like, do a Sylvan Scrying. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if Zach has a Goryo's Vengeance, it's literally a race. Because, like, Karn can't hit the Vengeance, Ulamog can't hit the Abzadat, the problem is that Ulamog blocks it.
don't know. I just
the advantage bar is definitely on the Tron side. Like there isn't a question about that.
yeah. It feels like this Esper version of Goryo's is too peckish. It's just trying to incrementally value you out.
Yeah, I think the issue was that Goryo's has kind of fallen off because it's such an all in deck. And they want something that isn't necessarily as all in, but still has the potential to be explosive. And I think this is what the version they've settled on for those ones. I think I personally think if you're gonna play Goryo's Vengeance, you definitely want to be the all in version because that's just how you win. But yeah, make that cleaner. Yeah, all right. Freak out everybody that's watching. It moved. Ooh. Oh, Walking Ballista.
On one.
Yep. Well, it was on 3, but it shot 2 of the souls.
Oh, okay.
So we got a good old fashioned opt.
Yeah, that's an OG foil opt.
Yeah. Goryo's Vengeance. All right.
Ob's a dot.
So attack. I feel like you definitely want to just block and hit him for 1 because you taking 5.
And he agrees.
Yep, that's like if you're at 6, you want to take 5 because then you're effectively on a 2-turn clock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you do have an Ulamog coming down though, so that's pretty good.
There you go.
I hope it's going to be Ulamog. That's just the best one to cast in the current situation.
Right. And here's the race.
Unless Zach has a path. That Ulamog is gonna block for a turn, and then it's a mill race.
Life total discrepancy.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, that looks correct.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Judge dropping cards and swapping them out.
Thought Scour.
Thought Scour.
He mills 2 lands and draws a not land.
Yeah.
Marsh Flats and Godless Shrine draws a spell.
Doesn't have. I don't think it has a path in hand.
No reason to attack.
Yeah. I mean, Ulamog is effectively going to put him on a 2-turn time clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, Zach has him on a 3-turn clock, I guess. And hopefully, all of us are going to take a look. Him with his box topper, Goryo's Vengeances. I will say, man, Zach's deck are always just so pretty.
He definitely likes his bling.
Yeah. Eugene. Looks like we're going to bolt.
Eugene
Bolt.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think Zach has any way to get out of this. Cause I mean, like he can block an Ulamog, but I'm pretty sure Ulamog is just the mill effect is going to kill him in 2 turns, if not 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know how many cards.
Well, he's like
how
not
cards...
only just the mill thing, he's representing lethal damage right now.
He can block. He can choose not to exile Obzet and block.
I guess that's
true. That's not lethal that turn, but yeah.
But that's not playing to win.
It's not.
It's playing to not lose, which is.
And Mason Mason also has O-Stone in hand, so all he has to do is uptick with Ugin, play O-Stone, crack it. Ulamog goes 5 because it's indestructible, and then. If he has a Jason hand, then he can block. But I said, he's still just dead if Mason just bolts him, plays O-Stone, cracks O-Stone, and then can just swing for the win.
So he gets rid of the Jace.
Okay, so he gave you give your opponent an additional turn. I don't know if I agree with that when you're at 7. So I think he's hoping that he mills him out. Because if he... Oh! So if he doesn't have a blocker, he's just dead. Oh, O-Stone. Okay, that's right. He still has the O-Stone. So, like, he missed a lethal there, but I don't think it really matters. I guess unless he top drew a Goryo's Vengeance. So he can move to attack step. So he has to after attackers are declared for the Goryos not to be able to hit it. But yeah. So this is also when like timing can matter because if Mason's cracked at the beginning of combat and he has a Goryo's Vengeance, it's like cool, Goryo's Vengeance in the back, declares attack or kill you.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So I said like cracking the stone, when you crack it can matter for that kind of thing.
What are you holding on to there, Zach?
I'm not sure. I know he's a Grimag Angler, but yeah, I say
concession's what he's holding on to.
That sounds right. All right. Well, while they're sideboarding, go through it one last time. We're hosting a tournament in 2 weeks. Oh man, that's coming up so fast.
Time flies when you're having fun and or getting old.
It's definitely the second part. So I said, if you live in the Northwest and you want to come try and play in a competitive tournament and get some pretty decent prizes, we're hosting a tournament April 13th at the Yakima Play Live.
Yeah.
I said, if you get first, you get to pick which Planeswalker you want out of the Mythic box. We just listed them in the highest priced order. So I've already had like 4 or 5 people like, no, if I get first, I want Lily.
That's fine. Take it.
It's like, cool, you can take the Lily. Teferi drops down to second place. If they want it, they can take it. And if they don't want it, then it just keeps falling down. I don't think it's going to go past 2, though.
Probably not. I can't imagine people having a preference of any of the other walkers over a Teferi or a Lily.
Especially because I think Teferi's sitting around 200 right now.
Yeah.
So
that's pretty good.
Yeah. And then our 10 subscriber giveaway. We're getting close. I know the screen says 6. We're actually at 7 because it missed one because I think somebody subscribed when we were offline, which we thank you for. But when we get to 10, someone will be getting this signed meddling mage.
Woo! One of our 10 subscribers.
One of our 10 subscribers. Yeah. I said we'll probably have a 100 follower one at some point once we figure out what we want to give away for that one. And then our good old Gandalf troll for the Magic Fest Las Vegas. If we get to $300 in Twitch donations by August 20th, when I go to Vegas, I will dress as Gandalf, playing 4-color Whir. Anytime I cast Ensnaring Bridge, I will yell, "You shall not pass." Yes, it will be recorded a few times because we have a couple of buddies going with us, and yes, I'll probably annoy my opponents and or my neighbors. But it'll be worth it for you guys. So your donations help us expand this channel and bring you guys more content. We're actually hopefully going to be able to start getting some more matches here in the next few weeks so we can go longer and hopefully get some requested matchups that you guys tell us that you want. Looks like they are stuffing back up for game 2. I feel like Surgical Extraction and the Stony Silences and probably the Disenchant are coming in out of the Esper Goryo board.
More importantly, what's coming out? Sword of Light and Shadow.
Sword of Light and Shadow. Painful Truce is probably coming out, and Murderous Cut.
Is Painful Truth's really the best version of doing that?
And they're a 3-color deck. Draws them 3 cards.
Guess.
I guess it's a choice because if they're low on, probably Divination would probably be better because it's just a guaranteed 2 for 3, but like that one has the upside of being 3. So I can see the argument there.
I don't know, like, isn't like Read the Bones also just kind of?
It's a scry 2 draw 2. Like you're not getting the full, like you're not getting that 3rd card, that possibility.
Not in your hand, but it's card quality.
Yeah, I mean you can effectively dig 4 cards. So it looks like opting. Oh, yeah. So Relic turn 1 definitely hurts that deck.
I sure do like playing Relic. I really do. I just like harassing my opponent with the first ability.
Yeah, we're hope. Oh, Stone Silence says he's like in response. Get rid of your opt.
Yep. So much for harassment,
right?
Oh, that's my whole hand. That's what that meant. My whole hand's just rocks now.
I mean, like, you're not wrong. I'm looking at you. I'm like, yeah, look, this. I hope you brought in Nature's Claims.
Definitely have those moments every now and then when you don't bring in that one card that you should have, and then they just have it.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, half my deck's dead.
I feel like you just take the Karn away in case he does top draw the final piece. That way he still can't play anything that turn. He's taking Wormcoil Engine. So not fearing the Karn. I guess he's hoping that oh, okay, there we go. Oh,
there we go.
All right,
all the hate.
Yeah, now he's like, nah, I don't care.
Yeah, I have been shut down.
Oh man, that was just whoop. Oh, so I've got an uploaded deck list from Zach on that because he didn't have Dampening Spheres written down, or he might. Hang on, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I think the stream pop out only allows so many cards or so many slots, and I think that's probably what it's missing. So, like, there's only 13 slots on the screen.
Okay.
There's nothing underneath that one, so I'm like, oh, okay, good to know. There's only X amount of slots that it'll actually put. Stop having so many one-ups, guys.
Find a better program.
When I will, I'll use it.
Make a better program.
So I'm pretty sure the Tron player is now bringing in the Nature's Claims.
If they haven't already, absolutely hope that they do.
Agreed.
Sundering Titan.
It's a meta call for our area because there's a lot of 3-color decks, and so it just was like, boom. Because we have a lot of Jund, Bant, Sultai, Burn occasionally. Yeah.
I replaced Sword with Teferi and one Spell Bomb with Sphere.
Oh.
Hi, Zach.
Of course, he just happens to show up for this match.
Thanks for stopping by, bud. Appreciate it. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah. If Zach has lands, he's sitting really good because I see Adjacent, Opposite, and the Goryo's Vengeance.
Yeah, I suppose that's okay.
Turn 1 map.
Turn 1 map, map it, map, expedition, map, end of song. Alright. Dark Slick Shores. Pass it to Ghost Quarter.
Oh.
Oh. Cool. Right on. Saw the end of Jundon
Did you see the Cocoa whiff?
That was
that's why.
really unfortunate.
That was. That's why I put it over there, because that's where the chat box is. Damn.
Alright. Alright. Popping probably for a Tron piece.
Yep.
Getting a power plant.
It's like Thought Scour.
EOT, Thought Scour.
Opting something else. I mean, Zach doesn't have to worry about, like, I guess, a Karn or a Wormcoil turn 3. So if he has a land, he can just go Jace, pass, and then he's just got the setup to go.
Yeah, as somebody who played Coco, it hurt me a little bit too.
It made me happy. I'm a blue player, so I was like, yeah, that's what you get for trying to take advantage.
It's like, you fool. You should do blue stuff so you have guaranteed value.
See.
Not maybe value.
See. Ben gets it.
I understand, I just don't like it.
Relic, oof. Oh, that plan just went out the window. I did appreciate the was it the turn 3 concession by the Tron player, and you're like Stony Silence, Damping Sphere. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're done here, because I don't think he brought in the Nature's Claims. It's always nice to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey Tron, what you do to the players, I'm gonna do to you now.
So, as the pilot of Goryo's Vengeance, why do you like the Esper version the most? Or why are you playing the Esper version?
I think he has a Damping Sphere in hand, and I think I just would put the Damping Sphere down this turn. Yeah, we're noticing. Okay, I know what you're saying. I was like, you have Jace, Gore's Vengeance, and an Abzadat. I was like, oh, like he's just set for turn 3, and I was like Relic, and I was like, no, he's not set for turn 3.
Oh, darn.
Sadness on the stack. Sadness resolves.
I'm good at letting sadness resolve. Deepen down in my core.
So we have a new shirt design thanks to Ben. Oh, what's Nature's Claim?
Oh, yeah. So, we were watching Sultai versus Tron, and the Sultai player apparently is somebody who has had issues playing against Tron in the past and had a pretty early concession. And Warden, what'd you say?
I said he's had some PTSD.
Post-traumatic...
Post-Tron.
Post-Tron...
Stress disorder.
PTSD, yeah.
PTSD, yeah. It's like
post-Tron...
stress disorder. Yeah, I was like, nope, that's our new. So Zach could fire off a Goryo's Vengeance targeting the. Oh, that's a Murder's Cut, not a Tassiger. I was like, he could target the Tassiger and force him to use the relic. That's a Liliana. Liliana upticks just might be the way to fight right now. Because, like, he doesn't have Tron online, so just start trying to take apart his hand. Because, like, you can pitch Lingering Souls and whatnot, and then at some point he's going to just have to crack the relic.
Right.
Thoughtseize. Alright.
It's a little bit of a glare, is it?
Yeah.
What artwork is that?
So it's Worm Coil Engine. Oh, on the Thoughtseize?
Yeah.
It's either the lore one or it's the Iconic Masters, so the original artwork.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So taking the Worm Coil, not caring too much about the Ballista. So it's like activate Jace, so activate Relic in response. Try and keep Jace in check.
Yeah. First ability on Relic. I love it.
I think if I'm Zach, I would force him to pop it. Like, I would put a Obsidat in the board or a Lingering Souls and just like force Mason to have to pop the relic, or he's just gonna get outvalued. Oh, so Jace is still gonna. I was like, yeah, say Jace still flips, because you can't respond to the resolution because it's all one act.
Right.
You can't be like exile a card and then let the Jace trigger resolve and then try and crack the thing, because like the trigger's resolving. Oh, so he flashed back the Thoughtseize, so at that point you could have responded to him targeting the Thoughtseize. We want to keep your Ballista, but I think Mason's just content trying to
cast Wormcoil Engine or something.
Well, the Wormcoil is gone and the Ballista's gone, so he has a bunch of. There you go. So now he has Tron online. He just had a bunch of stars, so he had a bunch of just 2 mana draw a card. Oh, he does have a worm coil in hand.
He got another one. Yeah, his second one.
Yeah.
Unless he's got any in the board.
I don't believe so.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Star. Draw card. Cycle.
Yeah, he's just like, nature. Oh.
That's not a star.
He forgot to untap his relic. There he goes.
Nuh-uh, he remembered. Like a boss.
Oh yeah, Zach, we have to give Felix some gruff because he cheated in his match. He cast a reflector mage with a hollowed fountain and 2 force. Uptick by Jace, no targets.
Is Matt Palmer still showing up?
Yeah, he shows
Cool.
up on Fridays, occasional Mondays.
Right on.
He's been on hardened scales or 8 whack recently.
I think that's what I remember him playing last time.
Is he gonna hardcast obs? I was like, hardcast obset, let's go. So the swagged out foil Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Swilly.
Yep. And it's like a flashback, the lingering souls start getting some pressure on that board.
That's right.
Worm
coil or worm coil?
Right, I was like, ooh, double worm coil.
I suppose you play worm coil here.
Yeah.
It's just maybe.
Slightly. Oh man. Where's that path to exile when you need it? So like you can like downtick and make them have to get 2 tokens. Looks like that's what the plan is.
Yeah, I mean...
Hey, my custom worm coil tokens of the Gundam variety.
I guess it's a little bit fitting that they're a robot.
Yeah. Right, they're a construct of some sort. So it looks like downtick on the Jace and
A pop on a relic.
pop on a relic. Oh, Zach doesn't have a second white sorcerer, so you could just hardcast opposite that. Yeah.
Just trying to remember what he cited out. All right, there we go.
Yep. Lamp for turn. Looks like a star. Cracker for a green, 1 floating. Looks like land worm coil.
Do you...
So block, save Lily. Additional worm coil engine.
That's a lot of pressure.
It is.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot.
But you can downtick Lily again and force him to sack one of the
token.
creatures.
Probably a token.
Probably the death touch one.
It's just choosing to go wide.
Yep.
That works too.
It does. If he gets a second white source, which looks like he does, he can just hardcast the Obsidat.
Actually, I really like that play by Mason, sacrificing the real creature, not the token, because it eliminates path being
Overly good.
overly good.
Yeah.
So I really like that play.
Oof. Oh. Oh no. So Mason can play a land, ghost quarter his own land, float mana, ancient stirrings. So he has no way to get a green source currently.
If it's important.
I mean, that's 12 damage coming across.
Doing that doesn't actually accelerate his game plan. So I guess all you're doing is thinning your deck at that point and going for card quality.
Yeah, I mean, I see it as getting another threat. Because like you have enough land where whatever you can get will just get you farther ahead. Looks like first thought scour, second thought scour. He's looking for like a grizzle brand, I guess.
Sorry.
I think grizzle brand would be the only thing that could maybe save him.
Yeah. Even then, it's kind of tough.
Yeah.
Because he'll have to like Grizzlebrand and then also be able to get it back again.
Yeah. So Inquisition you, take the Ancient Stirrings.
Mm-hmm. I guess that's that's a reason to have tried to Ghost Quarter for a green source.
Yeah. Because then I'd say like it gets to do something else that you can put on the board. I think at this point though, yeah, it's just too wide. If Zach hadn't flipped like exiled Obsidat, he could have kept him there and at least blocked one of the life linkers and forced Mason to lose one.
Mm-hmm.
Or Mason would just swing it with the 2 Death Touchers, and then you're only taking 6, not 12. So it buys you, it'll buy an additional 2-ish turns.
Sanctum of Ugin.
Yeah. So come across with everything. Goryo's. Oh, you can Goryo's.
Tassiger?
Tassiger, but he still takes 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alright, well played, everyone.
Damn. Alright.
That was a good game.
Yep. So, Tron in 3, because of the concession, so.